Welcome back, friends, to more Lord of the Rings Online. I like this shot that I have set up here, kind of blending with... Anyways, just rambling. I'm back here in Pinti Peldot, and together, in this episode, we're going to be traveling all the way up this road to Sûri-kylä, which is the capital of Sûri-kylä, and the main quest hub, also the place where we will again be able to start advancing the epic quests in Book 13. So let's begin this giant journey. Enjoy some of the scenery along the way. Really not too much to talk about for right now, so I think I'll let you guys enjoy the trek over there. Let me make sure I stay on the road. I'll pop open my map from time to time, but otherwise, enjoy the ride. And if you want to just get there, that's the magic of videos. You can always skip ahead. I've clearly veered off the road already. I was following the lights, man. They're so pretty, I can't help it. Again, following the mammoth bone trails like I was instructed. I know I'm going the right way. Man, this map is just so awesome. The way it looks. It really is a good one to just enjoy the scenery in. So that's why I'm doing a little bit more of that this season. Just some long rides. Because look at this. How awesome is that? I feel like not many players come to this map, honestly, because it's a very easy one to skip over. But totally worth it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Just making sure I'm not missing any quest rings on the road. I don't think there are any. Either way, at the end of the season, I'm going to go back and check my completionist checklist, make sure it's up to date, and then if I missed any quests here or there, I'll be able to quickly do them by just figuring out which ones I missed. Like over here, maybe there's a few quests over there. Let me veer off the road just momentarily to see if there's anything here. Or I might get sent here to do stuff in the future. There's some Angmarims here. So I guess this is where you come to do the Angmarim Slayer deed. And I believe this takes you to Angmar. This road takes you to Angmar. So that's another way you can get into Sûri-kylä is through Angmar. So I'm not going to go that way. I'll probably come back here to do the Slayer deed. But for now, I'll just head towards my main goal. Alright, back on the road. Want to pop up my map here, make sure there's no quest rings at this camp. And sure enough, there is at least one. So let's see what this guy wants.
Shadows fall upon us out of Angmar.
For many generations, my family has fished in the ice bay, and the spirits of the water have always brought to us a great bounty of fish. I am worried now, though, for my livelihood is being threatened by the Rautavaki. They have come hunting the Kanta for meat, and that has driven them closer and closer to the fishing grounds that once were free from such danger. It has become so dangerous that I dare not even return to retrieve my fish. Go and retrieve my fish buckets, which still lie where I left them by the shore. Be careful though, for the bears will be after the fish as well.
There are fell voices on the wind.
In the icy waters of this land, you can be pushed to your limits and beyond. You are tested without reprieve, and the price for failure is grave indeed. One friend that has always been true and never failed me is my fishing pole. It was made by my father and given to me, and I will do with my own son when he comes of age to take up the family trade. But darkness hangs over me. My fishing pole has gone missing. One of those thieving Rautavaki must have stolen it from me in haste to escape from the Rautavaki. Please go and retrieve my fishing pole. One of the Rautavaki fishing by the shore will surely have it. Let me see what this looks like. Yeah. It's like a fishing vest almost. Alright. So let me take a quick detour here on our way to the main camp and head down these slopes. It's a long way down. Got some picos here, some bears. Is the bear what I'm supposed to be killing? I don't even know. I don't know how I feel about riding on this frozen lake. It could go down at any second to an icy, icy death. There's some fish buckets here. I can't interact with these. Yeah, I can. I just can't select them. That's weird. So I have to physically click them, but you can't actually select them with the delete key. And the Rautavaki, I think, are the bears. So let me kill a couple of these and see if that counts towards the quest. It did not count, so that's not what I'm supposed to be killing. Right, and one more bucket here. So, I guess I need to go south a little bit. It might be the Angmarim that he's actually talking about. Holy cow. That guy did not meet a good end. Getting eaten alive, man. You know what's crazy about bears in the wild? A lot of animals, especially the feline type animals like jaguars or leopards or anything like that, when they hunt, they'll kill their prey. So you'll usually see them bite the back of the neck and kill their prey before they start eating them. Bears, man, those guys are vicious. They'll eat you asshole first. You'll be wailing and screaming for your life, and they'll just be eating you alive. They don't even have the courtesy to kill you first. So, if I had to be eaten by a jaguar or a bear, I'd take the jaguar any day of the week. So maybe it's not even the Angmarim that I have to kill, or maybe it is and it's just a low drop rate again. Let me just grab a few of these. Let's do a desolation here. So, I guess, I don't know. I need to figure out exactly what I'm looking for. There we go. Again, just a low drop rate on that. So now I gotta climb this big ice wall again, and I think through here is where I'm going. Let me head that way, it looks promising. It's a very cool area down here, because you got that giant ice wall, and then down here you got this whole camp of Angmarim working on fishing operations. Pretty cool. Got their little tents set up here or there. Can I go up through there, or am I fantasizing? I think I can. It looks right. Looks steep, but looks right. Nice bridge there, too. I just like this map so much. I know I keep talking it up a lot. Can't help it. Get excited. Alright, finally made it back up here. This guy was further up the road than I thought originally. Feels like he should be back behind me somewhere.
The breath of the Witch King blows hard in this place.
You have brought me my fish. I doubted you would be able to handle the content, but now I see that you are truly a warden of your word.
What
My fishing pole.
this place?
You have done a great deed, Kippen. It will not be forgotten by my family. Alright. No other quests here, it looks like. Alright. So, nice little pit stop here on my way to the main encampment of Sûri-kylä. But now we are back on the road. Let's enjoy the scenery again. These giant ice walls. Look how cool this is, man. I mean, come on. Look how sweet that wall is. Alright, I'm done rambling about it. Check out this little cave here. There might be a quest in there. Just want to check, make sure there's no quest rings or anything. I might get sent here for a quest eventually. Doesn't look like there's anything. Looks like it's kind of hollow. Just goes through to the other side. Can start to see the village there in the distance, at least in its shadows. No quest rings here on my mini-map. Is that a skirmish camp? It certainly is. Wow, haven't seen one of these in a while. Kind of a weird spot for one. Not much going on there, though. There is a quest ring out here, though. That does interest me. We're here, right on the outskirts of the city.
This day is good for the telling of tales.
I am a herder by trade, a well-respected profession among the Losoth. We provide meat, hides, and quick transportation across the harsh snowfields for those brave enough to ride on the Hirvi, I guess. We brought this herd to Sûri-kylä for trade, but my boy, had to return on an important errand to Pinti Peldot. I cannot enter into the village with the herd here as they are. Perhaps you would retrieve some items that I have traded for? I need a saddle from Rauno, reins from Mati, and salt lick from Kilava. Return these items to me, and I would be greatly in your debt. Let me take a look at something. Okay, they're over here. For some reason, I thought they were going to send me to each of these 3 towns to grab those, and I would have probably died because it takes so long to ride between those. And there's not very many swift travel options between the towns here, you may have noticed. In fact, I think in order to be able to swift travel to this town, you have to be kindred reputation with these guys.
The winter wind speaks your name.
See, I can't swift travel. Although, I don't know what this location is, honestly. This location might actually be this one right here. Yeah, it is. Okay. No, so I can't swift travel to a few places. Alright, anyways.
What do you need?
Well met, friend. You have found your way to Sûri-kylä, the fabled Lost city in the ice. I understand that there are several folk in need of aid. For now, rest, eat, drink, be merry, and be welcome here. So this is actually the northernmost point you can reach in Middle-earth in this game, so we are at the tip of the world here.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Ah, 'tis good to see the face from the south in this harsh land. The locals are a fine enough sort, but not the friendliest towards strangers, if you know what I mean. Perhaps you could see your way towards helping out a fellow countryman in need. You see, my fine young herald has gone missing. Several days ago, the 2 of us were separated from our most excellent fellowship during a battle to the south. Afterwards, my herald and I came further north, hoping to regroup here in Sûri-kylä. Unfortunately, we stumbled upon a patrol of vile Angmarim on our way here. Well, though I fought valiantly, my herald somehow managed to lose his way in the confusion of battle. You know how heralds are, no sense of direction whatsoever. Anyway, I am certain he managed to escape, but since then I have seen no sign of my faithful companion. I know this region poorly at best, and would be most indebted to you if you could help me find my wayward herald. I cannot go off in search of the rest of my fellowship until I have him safely in tow again. So this is another one of the Lost Fellowship guys. He's the captain. And this guy has a quest ring.
I do not think we should waste the day.
Hail, Hobbit, you have come far in your travels. I can tell by your strange clothes, but also the look in your eye. It is that of a true warrior. We have many troubles of late, more than the elders would dare speak about openly. I myself have seen the Ratovaki from Angmar with their dark weapons, and they seek to bring more upon my people. I will not stand for it while I draw breath. If you would give the warriors of Sûri-kylä aid, we would be greatly in your debt. Seek out the threat from the south and aid us in crushing it. The Ratovaki can be found in their camp along the path to the lands called Fordwaith, south and east of Sûri-kylä. Bring me their weapons as proof of your deeds.
The waters have frozen early.
You are here for the salt lick, then? Tell Ilmo that the last Hivri steaks delivered were very good.
Are you strong enough to brave the ice?
Greetings, Hobbit. What brings you to Sûri-kylä? Usually travelers from the south are daunted by the cold weather, but that does not bother us. We are accustomed to such things. The steam lodge is used by our people to relax and refresh themselves. We usually keep a supply of extra rocks to heat and make the steam, but we have been unable to search for them in the many days because of the snowstorms. The rocks are found all along the ice bay east of Sûri-kylä along the shore. Perhaps you would go and find some? Bring them to the fire near the hut. So this lady is in association with the reflecting pool, which you can repeat some instances from the epic quests. No use in me doing that, at least right now. So pretty cool city here. I enjoy it. Take a moment to appreciate it. Here's the main area, of course. And we'll kind of go around and explore, pick up some quests. You can see there's plenty of quests to do. It's going to keep us quite busy here.
The ice storms are terrible this season.
Ilmo's reins? Yes, I have them here. Let me find them for you.
There are fell voices on the wind.
Welcome to Sûri-kylä. Perhaps you have seen the Kantavilku on your journey. The Kantavilku help guide travelers and provide a means of survival in the harsh storms that too often visit us. Storms and harsh winds have done a good deal of damage to our beacon. If you seek to aid us, maybe you would help to fix the damage. The Kantaviku in east and south of Sûri-kylä along the drifts that overlook the bay, and you will find the parts scattered around the ground near at hand.
Might you lend me an ear?
Greetings, Warden. What brings you to these cold lands? I can tell you are a stranger in these parts. Perhaps you could ask the same of me, though. I was traveling with some companions when one of the absent-minded fools got our company turned about. I spent days wandering the tundra and would be surely perished if I had not found one of those beacons the Lost South placed atop the hills. While I was lost, I had most terrible encounter with one of the local creatures. The beast leapt upon me with amazing speed. It took all of my cunning and strength to get away from it. In my haste, however, I seem to have dropped my shield. Maybe you can aid me in recovering it. It is hard to say, but I think I dropped it along the road south of here, along the path to Itama. So it's another Lost Fellowship guy, the Guardian.
There are too few of us in these days.
It is strange to see so many strangers this far north. Sûri-kylä has not seen anything like it since the old times. At least that is what the old tales tell. We have had many traders, yet provisions are still short. There has been a long cold and many have felt a change in the winds. The elders fear that we may not see an end to this bitterness for some time. One supply that I am in great need of is bear fur. It is used in many of our clothes and rituals, but the hunters have had a great difficulty in obtaining any. The bears often wander down by the bay hunting for fish just south of Sûri-kylä. If you go there and collect some bear fur for me, I may find a way to reward you for your services.
Are you strong enough to brave the ice?
Hobbit, do you seek to help the Lumivaki? Then you will help me. Thanks to these trying times, our leaders are nearly out of dried fish and we need some more. Will you go and speak with Olavi and have him bring me as many buckets as he is able? You will find Olavi east and slightly south of Sûri-kylä at his fishing camp along the road to Itama.
We must speak at Telaviras.
At the beginning of every season, we give offerings to the spirits of the wind and the spirits of the water. For as long as our people can recall, we have made these offerings, and they have always brought fish and fair weather to our villages. Recently, we have had an abundance of fish, and the storms have been sudden and terrible. This must be because of all the strangers, the Ratavaki. Their lack of offerings must be upsetting the spirits. You must hurry. Take this ritual fish and place it upon the ritual stone along the edge of the ice bay where the Angmarim have now occupied. Also take this bag of feathers and throw them in the wind at Rod Fuil, near the pass into Fordwaith, where the wind blows strongest. So there is obviously an abundance of quests to do here. Before I head into the main camp, let me come off here to the side, make sure there's nothing else I can do here. No other quest rings that I can pick up. Looks like we're pretty clear here. So let's head into this tent.
The breath of the Witch King blows hard in this place.
So this is the epic quest. You're a stranger here, a hobbit from the south. We do not see too many of your kind, and we welcome even fewer.
Shadows fall upon us out of Angmar.
We remember this Vanghavaki you speak of, this Lairdan. He came to the Lumivaki seeking a lost ring. It was a foolish thing looking for a bauble in these lands. You should not be so foolish. The Vanghavaki did not leave the favor of the Yrjana and barely escaped with his life from the dangers that we face here. Without the help of the Lumivaki, you would have no hope of finding a ring, and you will not have the help of the Lumivaki without the favor of the Yrjana. If you wish to gain our chieftain's favor, you must perform 3 tasks for the Lumivaki. Only then may you speak with Yrjana. If you wish to learn of these tasks, speak with me again. Alright, so the book kind of branches off here.
There are fell voices on the wind.
Sini may have a task for you to perform. You may find her in the outskirts of Sûri-kylä.
The Lumiveki are troubled.
Seek out Emeli across from the Steam Lodge. He may have a task for you to perform that will help you obtain Yrjana's favor.
A Witch King's hand stretches out to us from the past.
If you wish to win the favor of your Jana, you should speak with Jalmari at Sûri-kylä near the Steam Lodge. He will guide you upon your path. And these are banners for, I guess, the 4 different locations that can be controlled in 4K. This being one of them, the other 3, turns out I haven't discovered just yet. So this tent is pretty awesome, as you can see. Very large, lots of things to do here. The Reputation faction, some quests. Overall, just a pretty baller area. And look at this throne thing. It's pretty sweet. Look at that bad boy. Sweet mustache, man. So your John is not going to talk to me until I gain his favor by doing some of the quests that I just picked up. But I certainly can speak with some of his friends here.
I am pleased that you will hear me.
For many long winters, we have sparred with the Susivaki for control of these harsh lands, but we have not truly fought a war in the memories of our fathers or even our grandfathers. Now war comes upon us, unlooked for and uninvited. The Susivaki assaults have become more vicious and frequent, and dark allies have joined them. The Kivivaki from the south, who name themselves Dour Hands, as well as the Angmarim from the east. More men and dwarves from the south have also come to us as of late, seeking to make an alliance with us. To accept their offers would draw us remorselessly to war, but to reject them may well leave us at the mercy of ancient enemies. So I ask you this, will you show us your strength in war and strike against the Susivaki who are our enemies? If so, I would have you attack the boundaries of their ancestral homes itself, far to the west across the Ice Bay. On the southern edge of the Great Glacier, where both our peoples have long hunted and fought, the Susivaki have long maintained a line of wards, making the edge of their land. Burn these wards, and in so doing, let the Susivaki know that the Lumivaki and their allies shall make a true war upon them, and stain every flake of snow with blood if need be, should they continue their aggression. The guy's not messing around, man.
Come at Livieras. I would speak with you.
Greetings, Civilinen. I am Launu of the Hrivi Hamo. It has come to me that you are a warrior of some renown, and we have need of such as our battles with the Susivaki to the west grow more frequent and deadly. One of my tribe has been studying the old ruins on the northern edge of the Great Glacier across the Ice Bay. We believe that they were built by the dwarves, but it has lain abandoned for longer than our tales recall. I received a message from my kinsman a few days ago claiming that he had seen fell spirits chambering among the ruins. Where they might have come from he could not guess, and he dared not approach too closely, for he is no warrior himself. I ask you this, will you go and speak with Ari? His messages are disturbing, and in time of war and strife, we can ill afford to ignore such an omen.
I do not think we should waste the day.
May I have your ear for a moment, Skippin? I have a matter that I would discuss with you, one requiring a degree of discretion. You are a Civilinen, an outsider, and in this matter I cannot trust one of my own kin. It is an issue that runs deep in our history and would cause great turmoil if it became widely known. One of the elder tribes of the Losoth once held an ancient treasure, a symbol of our people's pride and vitality in this harsh land, and they have been entrusted with it. In time, it was lost, and this loss was a matter of great shame to that tribe, and indeed all Losoth. Now it seems that this treasure may at long last be within our reach again. We must act quickly before our chance is lost. If you would aid me, go south and speak with Esko at Pinti Peldot. He knows the old tales better than anyone, and it is he who learned of the re-emergence of this great treasure. He can set you upon the correct path if you hurry. Alright, let me do a quick run around here, make sure I'm not missing any other quests. There's this thing here, an elk saddle. Just kind of like floating there, that's kind of weird. And I guess that was from one of the traders. Can't go in there, but pretty cool, you can look in there. And I don't really see anything else to interact with, no other person to speak with. So let's head outside. Alright, so my god, we picked up a ton of quests here. Look at all those. Wow, that's a lot of work. Okay, and it's going to get kind of confusing because it's going to be hard to hit them all at the same time because I can only have so many in my tracker. A lot of them are over on the other side of the world. So, you know, honestly, I should have come here first just to unlock the stable. That way I could have swift traveled between the two, but it's too late for that. I may even be able to just swim across. That may be easier. I don't know. We'll see. Not ready to go there just yet. Let me do some stuff around here. Some people I can speak to in town. But we are going to speak to them in the next episode because we've been recording for a while and I think this is a pretty decent stopping point. So I hope you're excited to hit up the capital of Sûri-kylä here and do some of these quests, especially advancing the epic quests. If you are excited about that, don't forget to join the fellowship by hitting the subscribe button. I'll see you next time.